Hello, it's only me. It's story time. This is me being serious, not trying to do a funny monologue, and hopefully, it might give you a positive message. But here it goes. So, you're going to hear me rant on for 10 minutes, hopefully, in the hope that more people will see me. I might get a few more likes. Who knows? I don't know. So, I grew up in a one-parent family. My mum raised me, and we didn't have the best relationship. She was quite an abusive mum, verbally and physically, but I've survived that. But it is what it is. We were the black sheep of the family, where my mum's sisters had successful marriages and the kids were really clever at school. There was me at school, not the brightest star in the sky. Parents' evening were always, Christina is a beautiful student, always smart, always at school, never has any time off, but she's just not very academic. So when I was doing my GCSEs in the 90s, I wanted to do drama, because my old school, which got pulled down a couple of years back, my old grammar school, had a big massive stage, and it's like, ooh, stage, I'd love to do something like that. Had no inkling before, just I saw the stage in my upper school and it's like, wow, I want to do acting or entertaining and just act silly and make people laugh and smile. So I asked my mum, I want to do GCSE drama. Absolutely no way. My mum made me do English literature and French, and I failed them abysmally. Absolutely. I think I got a grade E in French, something like that. So yeah, I didn't do very well in my GCSEs, didn't pass any, not at all. Still wanted to do acting, but it's like, I was 17 when I finished school, because I stopped on and retook GCSEs and I failed my resits. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but fair enough. It's funny now. It is now, because I'm older. It's hilariously funny. So yeah, I failed my resits. Still wanted to do acting. It's like, so I did a couple of like media courses over in Leeds, enjoyed that, and I still had this vision in the back of my brain. It's like, I want to do entertaining, I want to be an actor, I just want to entertain people, don't know how I'm good about it. And then roll on a few years afterwards, I met my husband when I was 16, and he always had a soft spot for me, but because he is like 7 years older than me, it's like, ooh, no, don't like you, mate. But now I couldn't be without him. So roll on, we got together when I was 24, and I told him, I want to do acting. I want to do something in the entertainment industry. Anything to entertain people. I don't care. So, yeah. My husband said, well, if you want to do it, never give up on your dream. Okay. So, one day in a supermarket, I found a brochure for a local college, which my son goes to now. And it's like, I don't know what made me pick it up. Maybe it was fate, and lo and behold, there was a basic adult acting course, and it's like, oh my gosh, no qualification at the end of it. I wasn't bothered. It's just an acting course. Did that, met some amazing people. The tutor, Amanda, was brilliant. Loved the course so much. Amanda said, well, if any of you want to do acting still but have a qualification and be Tech National, it's like, do it. So she said, because my friend who is running the course, so she put us in touch with him, Damien, brilliant guy as well. And by this time I was heavily pregnant with my first, but they still accepted me. It was only a night course, 1 night a week on a Thursday. Past that, and out of that, when the course finished, because it was a year's course, we decided, the students from Damien's course, the night course, we decided to set up our own little theatre company, and we did our first, that was my first full proper stage performance, A Christmas Carol at the Playhouse in Bradford, which was absolutely amazing. That was my stage debut, and it's like, oh my gosh, I love it. Absolutely nerve-wracking, but I loved it. And then out of that, I've met other people, and it's like the domino effect. You just meet people in the acting world. And then so I did that, passed my course with Damien, did A Christmas Carol, then the stage company, I left it, and then I set up another one that wasn't very successful, and then I did an acting. My stepdad had a really bad motorbike accident. Sorry, I know I said I'd be 10 minutes, but I'm going on. My stepdad had a really bad motorbike accident, and he went to this like rehabilitation centre where he met the actor Steve Hewson. If you don't know who Steve Hewson is, he's on. He was the trumpet guy in the Full Monty. Very successful actor, has been in loads of stuff. And my stepdad David got to meet him because Stephen had a little theatre company where the stepdad, did his rehabilitation after his bike accident. And he just said, oh, my stepdaughter thinks she's a bit of a thespian. And Steve Hewson said, oh, does she really? Does she think she's sort of thing? So I met him, and because he said, oh, I'm doing an acting workshop, tell her to come down, which was free, which was run by him. Brilliant. And then I had Harris, my youngest, still wanted to do acting. And sorry, I'm just looking up at the time because it's like, ee. And then I've just done other stuff. It's like I say, it's been a knock-on effect. So I had Harris, and then what did I do next? Oh yeah, and then I applied for like extra agency work, which I've been in a couple of major television shows, one of them including a very famous soap, which was amazing. Really loved that. And then I found a little drama workshop over in Leeds, which is more than a social rather than drama, but I've had the best of times with them. Did my first pantomime with them. Still in touch with them. Great bunch of guys, very talented. And then it's like, I want to take this seriously now. I've had my kids, and Anthony, my husband's always supported me. It's like, right, okay, sorry, I'm still checking the time. This isn't 10 minutes, is it? So I said to my husband, I really want to do my degree, and I didn't know how to, I didn't know where to look for a performing arts degree, whether I'd have to go somewhere like Manchester or Leeds. But I left it for a bit, and then I found I was walking past my community centre. Hello. Sorry, it's a dog. I walked past my local community centre quite, nearly 13 years ago, 14 years ago. And it's like, as you do, you just look and it's like acting class, free acting class. It's like, oh my God, what? Right, I'm gonna do it. And they said, yeah, come along. Just come along. And I thought, it's local. Told Anthony I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah, go and do it. So I did it. Still the best of friends with most of them. Some have moved on. But, sorry, lots of people. I'm still friends with most of them, but others have moved on. But I'm still friends with them, but I don't see them no more. You know how life is. And off of the back of there, they say, we do Shakespeare as well. Do you want to come and do Shaky with us and audition for it? It's like, oh my God, no, I don't like things like that. So every year for the past 10 years, I've done Shaky with them. but that's had a knock-on effect. Again, because I've met so many different actors, and even though Shaky's not a paid gig, it's still good. We work harder than any professional actor when we do Shaky, I tell you. So I've done that as well. And then I did my degree at the tender age of... I've done other bits in between, like pantomimes, and I've done my own pantomime and things like that. And then I decided, right, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm not getting any younger. So I emailed my original tutor, Damien, from the Thursday group, saying, hello, is there any degrees, performing arts degrees? And he said, yes, there is. And he said, yes, there is. I'll put you in touch. I'm good mates with this guy, Thomas. And I left it for 2 years because I was that nervous. So at the grand age of 43, I thought, right, if I'm not going to take acting seriously now, I never will, because I've done so many bits and bats. I've been on professional sets. I've worked with professional actors. I've worked with actors who want to get professional. I've worked with actors who just are pure amateur. In other words, they don't want to do it to get, as a 9-to-5 job, a paid job. Well, acting isn't 9 to 5, is it? But you know what I'm trying to say. They're not interested. They just do it for the fun of it. So then I decided to do my degree. And my friend inspired me, another actor called Alan, who said, I'm applying for it, T. Because we were talking, because he wanted to do his degree. And he said, we just randomly talked about it. And he said, if you're not going to do it, you never will. Let's me and you do it together. So we applied for it. And yeah. Hiya, you're right. Yeah. And we applied for it and we got on. And Thomas, my tutor, didn't take Alan and I on just because, because he could have, you've got to look what GCSEs, what other courses you've got. He didn't let us do the degree course because Alan's got learning difficulties and I have, which is coming up in a minute. And so, yeah. Thomas said, when I had my interview with him, and he said, what have you done? And I said, I've written my own pantos, I've had them produced, which I forgot to mention. I've done Shaky, I've done professional work on professional sets as an essay or as an extra as they used to call them back like 10 years ago. I don't know why they changed the name, but anyway, so they're called SA now, Support Artiste. So I said, but I want you on. You're just so passionate about the industry. Like, yeah. So got on, absolutely chuffed him in balls. Anthony was really happy for me. And then, 2020 struck. The big C. Well, two big C's actually. COVID. And then in the summer, I unfortunately got diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer, which was active. And if it wouldn't have been for the lump, sorry TMI, but if it wasn't for the lump, I wouldn't have known, because I felt fine. I was still going running, still eating, still being gobby mare. And so, because college just shut down and we were doing our course online, it was really hard to do a performing arts degree online, but we did it. So I were having chemotherapy, lost all my hair, which was horrible. But hey, it is what it is. So we're still having online lessons. Then, because it was a performing arts degree, our college decided to let us back, but only us performing arts students in, as long as we were masked up, which, yeah, fair enough. And then, unfortunately, my mum became extremely ill, and she had aggressive lung cancer. It was very aggressive, and she was very, very, very ill. So basically, it was COVID. I was having all treatment. I had to have everything. I'm greedy. Chemotherapy, a little operation to get rid of the bad cells, and radiotherapy. But while I was still having treatment, I was still nursing my mum and going to her house every day whilst I was having my treatment and still doing my degree. Anyway, so unfortunately my mum passed away, wherever she is. I hope she's happy. It was hard. But then I got the all clear. Yeah. I passed my degree. If anybody deserves the degree, it was me, I think. I successfully came. I was supposed to get a first, but I didn't. I got a 2-1. But, so in the middle of my degree, in my first year of my degree, my tutor Thomas said, Tina, are you dyslexic? And it's like, I don't know, Tom. Why do you say that? And he went, you write like me. Your words, you can't spell, can you? And I went, I'm terrible at spelling, which I am. And he said, some of your words are jumbled up, sort of thing. And he went, you write like me, because I'm very dyslexic. And he went, do you want to be tested? And I went, right, how much? No, we'll pay for it. Oh, okay. And lo and behold, I sat in this with this office in the college with this guy who took me through all these tests. And lo and behold, I'm dyslexic. Which tells you why I wasn't the brightest star in the sky when I was going through school, and why I wasn't academic, and why I wanted to be an actor and perform. Yeah. So anyway, I passed my degree. And now I've done before my degree, I did a couple of shows with my friend who writes, a guy called Peter Aveyard, and I met him through some other mutual actors who I don't see no more, because I think they live in Manchester now. Peter Aveyard is a brilliant, fantastic writer. Did a few shows with him, and he did a full-length, low-budget movie, which is still online today, and I played Georgina the maid, and that was the biggest laugh ever. So I did that, and I graduated, had my graduation ceremony, and since then I have toured in a horror theatre company called Contortium Theatre, which disbanded with the director, unfortunately, due to artistic differences, but I'm still with the fellow actors who I've only been acting a couple of years, but do you know what? They are the most professional people ever. They're brilliant. What else? Yeah, I run workshops now. Oh yeah, and I've done stand-up gigs as well, and I'm doing improvisation shows. We're setting up them because I've done improv again with my friends who I do Shakespeare with, and I'm supposed to be having an audition on Saturday for Shaky, but I don't know whether to go for it because it's not a paid gig. I've been on stage with the National Royal Ballet doing Rigoletto. That was a paid gig at the Bradford Alhambra, which is a big theatre in Bradford. That was amazing. All these international ballets doing opera. It was really bizarre, but yeah, that was good. I've done paid horror movies, I've done other little bits, I've been paid for elfing, I've done little shorts here and there that I've been paid for. So I'm still trying to get an agent, but there's a lot of actors out there who don't have agents and they're very successful. I've met my friend today, a lady called Andrea, but we call her Andy, who is an actor, and I met her whilst doing Shakespeare a couple of years ago, and she has just had her first speaking part last year in a BBC 2 show, and I am absolutely proud of her. I'm so happy, and she's got her name in the credits and everything, and so I was like, yes, so happy. So enough of me babbling on. So I'm just gonna say, I may not have an agent, but I'm going the swervy path of trying to get there, trying to get recognised. I actually set up my YouTube channel in my degree. Sorry, I'm sniffing up, and I posted some of my work on there because I thought I'm going to set up a YouTube channel, because my tutor Tom said, you'd be brilliant at YouTube, do it. I'm like, really? Do you think so? I'm like, yeah, do it. It's like, oh, okay then. And unfortunately, somebody who I know, well, I don't know them very well, but I know who they are, took the mickey out of me and put it on their Facebook and said, look at this silly bleep. And it got back to my daughter, who had a go at this person, saying, that's my mum, that is my mum you're taking the mickey out of. And this person said, well, your mum should be ashamed of yourself. Why? Really? Why? But then it's taken me a lot to come back to YouTube. So I'm doing my YouTube channel, and I've got 39 subscribers as well now. So I'm so happy. So please don't give up on your dreams, no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter, just carry on, and that's, if I can do it, and I'm still doing what I want to do. Like I say, I might not have an agent, but I mean, I'd love an agent. Who wouldn't? I'd love an agent. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I'm still doing bits and bats. I'm filming next month with my ex-Contortium Theatre crew. End of this month, sorry. And I've told you this in previous videos. The idea is to show our work, because the other guy who writes, a guy called Jason, oh wow, he's really good at writing. and we're using one of my scripts as well that I wrote, which I'm so excited to have shown on the screen. And then next week I've got a free acting workshop cinema that I get to see this guy who gives us trick of the trade and how to quit your 9-to-5 job, and it is free. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Why not? If it's free, why not? So yeah, that's me. I hope you've enjoyed my rambling on, and I said I'd be 10 minutes, but that is my bizarre acting journey, because it's not been straightforward at all. So if you like me rambling on, please hit that like button and please subscribe and share. Or if you can relate, leave me a message. And I've had a few nice comments, and I'll reply to you. But anyway, thank you for listening, guys. And do you know what? Carry on. Don't ever give up. As long as you can walk, talk and breathe, and you've got the energy to do it, just go for it, because we're not here for a long time, are we? And it'll go like that. See you later.